Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news for Monday, October 5th, 2015. And today in the news, we have, first of all, leaks of the build of Windows 10. We had some leaks through the weekend. Latest leak was on build 10558. And some of the new features, of course, new settings, new ways of arranging tiles. Uh, we've had also the Edge browser that now has the preview tabs in that leak. So it means that when you have tabs on the top that are open, you can just point or touch and you'll see little previews of what page it is. Also, new Skype and messaging apps. So we see that slowly. The Threshold 2 is taking form. So as for when we will have new insider previews, because there was a leak also of 10.559 for Windows 10 Mobile. As for when we will have new previews, no information about that yet. I would expect that maybe this week, with a Microsoft event going on and all, we might have actually some new insider previews, and of course I'll be keeping you up to date on that. They did say that there would not be any new previews before the October 6th event tomorrow. So hopefully, maybe this week, we'll have a new build. Let's cross our fingers. It's always fun to have these new builds around. If you're a T-Mobile customer, I think you should check your accounts, your credit cards. There was a data breach at T-Mobile, a third-party company actually that T-Mobile uses to check your credit when you subscribe to T-Mobile. And what happened is 15 million T-Mobile customers, actually the personal information, credit cards and everything were stolen. If you're a T-Mobile customer, I think that is something you should worry about a little bit. And maybe, call them, ask about the breach and what you should do. Maybe it's the time to have some kind of a credit, credit plan that will help you kind of be safe with your credit score and everything. Make sure that nobody steals your identity. So it's always sad, I just can't believe that people still, big companies like this, still have data breaches and all. And often, it's very, very dumb. It's due to a very stupid thing, either something that was not, up to date, or just someone with a, really too simple, dumb password. So if you're a T-Mobile customer, I think you should check that out and just be vigilant. Google Apps. Now, Microsoft and Google have not really been in good terms in the past. And it shows because what happened is a lot of the Google apps never made it to Windows 10 and Windows 10 Mobile. Why? Because Google is just mad about some patent problems that they have with Microsoft. But last week they started talking, and they said, well, you know what? We should actually talk and fix our differences because it is a problem. And in exchange, Google actually started saying, well, maybe we'll do some Windows 10 apps. Well, that would be nice because I think Google apps are used by so many people. I use Gmail, I use Calendar, I use Google Plus, I use Chrome, I use Hangouts. I use just so many services. I think it would be a really, really nice idea to have Google apps come to Windows 10 and Windows 10 Mobile. I think they are, necessary. Even the YouTube app, they're really necessary to have a good experience. There was never an official YouTube app pop up. The only YouTube app that popped up in the Windows Store was a Microsoft YouTube app that always had problems. It would be nice to have a real Google-made YouTube app instead. So hopefully we will have that soon getting fixed. Tomorrow, October the 6th, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time from New York, Microsoft will be hosting his event. And as you see here, we have some exciting news to share about Windows 10 devices. We know that it's mostly a devices event. We expect it to last about 90 minutes. And it's 10 a.m. Eastern Time because it's from New York. That's 7 a.m. Pacific. and they will of course talk about probably Surface Pro 4, Band, also Band 2, also some new phones, and all sorts of stuff. Apparently that was going to be a big surprise, so we'll see what that is. We will surely have a few numbers and a little bit of talk about Windows 10 also. Of course, I'll be following the event, and as the event ends, I will of course post a little news video about it, and hopefully you'll have the details, the important details of that event in my news bulletin tomorrow after the event will end. And talking of live events, tomorrow is my live show, the first one for this Windows channel. Now, two questions that a lot of people have been asking me. First is, how do I send you a question? Well, like I said in the last post, helpwithyourcomputers@gmail.com. I already have about 30 questions that have been sent in the last video. This live show will be from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday. So this is a weekly show I'm having every Tuesday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That live show, I will have some news information. We'll talk about technology. I'll have some of the points of things that I think are important. I'll have my opinion on a lot of stuff happening, and of course, answering your questions. So I already got probably enough questions for this show tomorrow, but you know what? Don't stop sending your questions. Just send them at helpwithyourcomputers@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer, and hopefully you will have answers of your questions. I've got some great questions, by the way, in there. Some of more just a general side of what to do, or what this or this is, and of course some of you have sent questions that are a little more specific, how to crashing apps and stuff. So we'll try to do our best. Unfortunately, it's sometimes difficult to answer a question. So helpwithyourcomputers@gmail.com. Send your questions. For those that were wondering, how do we see this show? How is it that we're going to know the live show? Where is it? What I'll do is every week when I do this show, about an hour before, so around 2 p.m., I will post the link to the live video feed. So this is via Google Hangouts that I will be doing the show. So an hour before, I'll post the link on a little video that I'll post online. So just check back with that video, and you'll see the link there, and you'll just click on it and you'll be sent to the video feed automatically. And if you miss the show is automatically saved to YouTube after it is done. So if you've missed the show, just look on, about half an hour to an hour after the show ends, the YouTube video, the full 2-hour show will be on YouTube on the Windows channel. And if you click on the link that brings you to my live show, it will also bring you to the feed, the show that is saved on the YouTube channel. So just check that out, and hopefully you're going to be there in great numbers watching my live show. And of course, if you have any questions, send them. If you have any comments while the show's going on about something that I'm talking about, you can also send them to helpwithyourcomputers@gmail.com. I'll be checking that, mainly that, and I will probably maybe also check out the Windows channel comments section to see if anybody leaves comments. So hope to see you tomorrow, and this will be a weekly live show. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you'll have answers to your most important questions for the PC. So this was the tech news for Monday, October 5th, 2015. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, problems, share them with us. We'll try to help you if we can. If you like our videos, subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like our videos. And hopefully, you will come back to our channel. Thank you for following us.